Hello Georgia, hello Oscar. Here's another story for you. I've picked this one because I love this person. I think you've probably heard some of his books before. He's called Willy the Wimp and he's by a very famous author who I met at my school, and he's called Anthony Browne. And I think I've got some other Anthony Browne books that I'll bring home for you too because they're very funny. So this is Willy the Wimp. And this one is where Willy the Wimp thinks that he's a wizard. So it's called Willy the Wizard. And can you see Oscar? He's got a ball. Oscar likes to kick the ball, doesn't he? Just like Willy the Wimp. He's got his football boots on. And what number is that? Number 1 on the back of his top. For Nicholas, Francesca and Jacqueline and Georgia and Oscar. And that is a banana, which Oscar likes bananas too, doesn't he? Willy loved football, but there was a problem. He didn't have any boots, no shoes. He couldn't afford them. He wanted to play lots of football, but he had no boots. Willy went eagerly to his practice sessions every week to learn. He ran and chased and harried, but no one passed the ball to him. He was never picked for the team. Oh, can you see Willy the Wimp in the background? They've all got their boots on. And Oscar, you can see he's wearing green and blue and red. All the colours. One evening, when Willy was walking home past the old pie factory, he saw somebody kicking a ball around. The stranger was wearing old-fashioned football clothes, like the clothes that Willy the Wimp remembered his dad wearing. But he was really good. He was very good. It's just over there. Can you see? Willy watched for a while, and when the ball came over to him, he kicked it back. Pew! And can you see, Oscar, the moon looks like a football. Can you see that? They played silently together, passing the ball backwards and forwards. Then the stranger did something very odd. He unlaced his football boots, took them off, and without saying a word, he gave them to Willy the Wimp. Can you see the stars, Oscar? In the sky at night time, up in the sky. Willy stared at them in wonder. When he looked up, no one was there. Can you see the shoes? Shoes. Taking great care not to step on any of the cracks in the pavement, Willy carried his boots home. Do you know what, Georgia? Willy the Wimp, in his books, he always plays the game where he doesn't walk on the cracks, and I know that you like to play that game too. He cleaned and polished them until they looked brand new. Then he went slowly upstairs, counting every step. 16 steps. Upstairs, Oscar. Upstairs, like you like to say. He washed his hands, and he washed his face, and he brushed his teeth for exactly 4 minutes. He put on his pyjamas, he used the toilet, and he dived into bed. He had to be in bed before the flushing of the toilet stopped, for who knows what would happen if he wasn't. Every morning he repeated all of these things the opposite way round, every morning. For the next football practice, Willy proudly took along his boots, but the other players weren't very impressed. They were laughing at him. Can you see they're looking at his boots? Until they saw him play. They were magic boots. Wearing the old boots, Willy was fantastic. Can you see him, Georgia and Oscar, kicking the ball? Wow, he's really good. When the captain pinned up the team sheets, the people that they'd picked to be in the team for the next game, Willy was so shocked he was in the team. He was so pleased that he ran all the way home, being careful not to tread on the cracks. Every day, Willy wore his boots and practised shooting and dribbling and passing and kicking the ball and heading it. Wow, he got better and better, and Willy was sure that the boots had to be magic. Every evening, Willy wore his boots and went back to the old pie factory, but there was something curiously familiar about the stranger that had given Willy the boots, but he was never there. One Friday night, Willy went through his usual bedtime routine. He went upstairs, counting the steps, washed his hands, washed his face, brushed his teeth for exactly 4 minutes, put on his pyjamas with the top button first, used the toilets, and dived into bed before the flushing had stopped. Phew! But Willy was too excited to sleep. Even when he drifted off, he spent an uncomfortable night dreaming that he wasn't very good at football. In the morning, he woke up. Can you see, Oscar? Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. He woke up with a start. It was 9:45 and the match was about to start. He leapt out of bed, threw on his clothes, raced downstairs, dashed out of the door. Willy ran all the way to the football ground. Georgia, look! He stepped on the crack. Oh! When he got there, the other players were already changed. The captain threw Willy his kit and he put it on. Then the awful thought struck him. He had forgotten his new boots. Somebody found him another pair. You don't understand, he said. But the team had already gone onto the pitch. The crowd roared and they turned to laughter. When Willy came out of the dressing room, Willy grinned, but inside he felt angry. The game started. Willy was amazed at how fast it was. Within minutes, the other team had scored. 1-0. From the free start, the ball shot out to Willy on the wing, and he didn't have time to think. He just ran with the ball at his feet. Willy was magic. The ball seemed to be attached to him by an invisible thread. He dribbled past 3 people and he scored a goal. Yay! Can you see that? With the ball. It seemed that Willy couldn't do anything wrong. Every time he got the ball to the other people, they were shocked. The teams were eventually even. Within seconds, with seconds to go, the score was still 1-1. The ball was passed to Willy. He beat one player, then another, then another, then another, went past the whole team. Only the goalkeeper to beat, and he was huge. Willy didn't think he could do it. Do you think he can do it, Georgia? Let's see. Oh my goodness. He could. The crowd was spellbound and shocked as Willy conjured up the perfect goal. Yay! Willy the wizard, Willy the wizard, Willy the wizard, shouted all the crowd, cheering and putting him on their shoulders. Later on the way home, Willy thought about the boots and the stranger, and he smiled. He was so happy, and can you see he walked on the cracks, he walked under ladders, and he has a special moon that was following him, and Willy was really good. So it wasn't actually just the boots, he was just really good at football. But I like Willy the Wimp books, so I think we'll get some more, and I'll see you soon. Good night.